The official Final Fantasy VII Twitter page gave us an update on when we can expect to see that demo update tomorrow, and also it's coming with that patch that's going to fix the blurriness issues when it comes to performance mode. Guys, it's going to be a crazy rest of this month, and also March is going to be hectic, so hit that subscribe button and notification bell to stay up to date on everything relating to Final Fantasy VII, and also your other favorite games. Help raise that 38% even higher. Now, with that being said, let's get into the video. For those of you guys that are early birds and also people that love to sleep in and just wake up and have things there ready for them, don't worry, you're all covered essentially. The shoutouts to Final Fantasy's official Twitter page to confirm that the Rebirth demo update launches tomorrow morning at 4 a.m. Pacific time. That is 7 a.m. Eastern. So a lot of people might be able to download the update and get into the demo and play a little bit before they either head to work or while they're making breakfast. I know there's a lot of people that are fiending for this, and myself especially. More so, I'm excited to see the performance mode update, but also, of course, Junon. Junon's open area sounds great, and they also have some updates to say about that too. This unlocks the dawn of a new era where you'll be able to experience an open area near Junon and includes content unique to the demo. The update improves visual fidelity in performance mode. I see there's a lot of people in the comments that's a little confused in regards to this part right here that says include content unique to the demo, thinking, oh, if you don't play the demo, you won't be able to unlock specific content and whatnot. No, what this specifically means is that the events that are taking place, what they have planned for us and ready for us to play in the demo has been specifically catered and fine-tuned to restrict certain full game elements that would otherwise be in the full game. Like there's certain vendors, there's probably going to be certain characters that you won't see in the open world area of Junon, or areas that you can not access but you can access in the full game, stuff like that. It's not necessarily like I see people in the comments talking about content like, oh, if I don't play this, I won't get specific items and stuff like that. No, that's not the case at all, guys. What they're saying is that this specific demo is going to be reflecting things differently from what the final game will be in terms of where you can go, what you can access, what characters are present, what quests are present, stuff like that. Now, fingers crossed, I'm hoping that it's a little bit more expanded than the demo that I played back in October. I went to Vegas and I was able to play, thanks to Square Enix, a little bit earlier portion of Junon, and certain areas were limited. It said I could go there in the full game, but I could not go there currently in the demo. I hope that that restriction has been lifted and we can kind of go over and explore those certain areas and fight different enemies. If not, it's no big deal. I mean, the demo area is pretty massive to explore, and there's a lot of different things that you can go through and check out. And obviously, the best part about it is you'll be able to play as every single character outside of Yuffie and Cait Sith. You'll be able to play as Tifa, Aerith, Barret, and Red. All of which I will be making guides on. I got a lot of feedback from you guys in regards to the Sephiroth guide. It wasn't my best work, and I will make sure to bring that level of quality you guys all know and love that we did previously when it came to Final Fantasy VII Remake, and even with the Cloud guide from before. I recorded that Sephiroth one live, and I was trying to do it where like it's me learning the character and showing you guys as I'm learning the character how to play as him, and not as clear and concise as it should have been, and I fully understand and I appreciate the feedback. And also, the director of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth says, alas, tomorrow is the release of the Junon area of the demo. This new playable section features adjustments specific to the demo, allowing players to enjoy the battle system deeply. Now, what I hope this means, and I really hope this, because back in October when I did play that demo for Junon, you were unfortunately not able to customize the materia loadouts, and they had some pretty cool materia in the options and the lists. We weren't able to access that, unfortunately. We could in the Nibelheim one, but we could not in the Junon one. So I'm hoping that means that we're able to customize that and experience that in a whole deeper way. And of course, obviously, he means all the characters too. Like all the characters have individual unique kits. You can go through the demo, and there's a lot of reason why I said there's a lot of replayability for it is because you'll be able to go through this demo with your custom team like Cloud, Tifa, and Aerith, and then you could replay it again and go back through it with Cloud, Barret, and Red, and then you can replay it again and go back through it with Cloud, Aerith, and Barret, and like just completely embrace the customizability and check out all the synergy options when it comes to these characters, because that's a big important factor of this game is the synergy abilities and synergy skills. Each character combination is going to have different ones available to them, and that's just very exciting for not just for the demo but for the full game of this. When we get a full party and we're able to dive in and see how many different combinations there are, like In Remake, the broken team was essentially Aerith, Tifa, and Cloud. There wasn't really, like, you know, you could do stuff as well with Barret included, but Barret was very limited with specific moves and playstyle. However, with this, we're going to be able to, in the full game, customize the holy hell out of the entire party and have a wide variety of mix and matching different characters. And that's honestly the biggest selling point for me. Besides the fact that we get to play this awesome story and see where everything goes, the gameplay was awesome in Remake, and so far from what we played, it's been elevated tremendously in Rebirth. Now, I do want to talk about what happens with Remake Part 3. I mean, Part 2 is just now coming out. Why are we talking about Part 3 already? Well, it's because the devs have been talking about it, and they've said that they've already started planning it. They've already started working on it in a similar way than what they did for Rebirth when they were nearing the end or release of Remake. So they're really in that boat right now. I don't agree with this Game Rant article. They're assuming that it could take 4 years for Part 3 to come out. I don't think that's going to be the case. The reason why Part 2 took 4 years is not only were they able to speed up some time and use assets that were existing in Remake to further the process of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, they're not going to be doing any DLC. They already said that they're already they don't want to do any DLC. They don't want any projects that are going to hold the team up. They're going directly into Part 3 and working on it from the jump. The world is pretty much set in stone. All they have to do is add in Wutai, the northern continent. It looks like the Rocket Town area, because if you look at the map, that doesn't seem to be there. It might be later on thing that's left for us to explore, which I get. They want to leave off as much content as possible. And of course, you got Vincent and Sid are going to be the 2 new additions, and they're also going to be adding in abilities and other synergy moves that tie in with them for the other characters. There's essentially a much bigger asset pool now that they have from Rebirth going into Part 3 that they can utilize, and I think it would make the development process much quicker. I think the longest it could take would be 3 years, and maybe the quickest would probably be 2.5 years. I don't see 2 years. I mean, Square Enix hasn't really given us much room to really believe in that when it comes to them, at least. But I do believe 3 years is the sweet spot. We could expect to see Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3, whatever that's going to be called. By the way, comment below what do you guys think it's going to be called. Always love to see your suggestions in the comments below. But again, they already started drafting the main scenario. I recall reading before they already finished, or they're nearing the end of the main scenario. All it is now developing those aspects into the game and using those assets of Rebirth. I don't think it'll take as long because the world is already built, whereas from Remake to Rebirth, they had the character models and some assets, but they still had to build the world. Now the world is essentially built. They just got to add in a few key areas like Wutai and other continents too, like the Northern Crater continent and also Rocket Town's area, and possibly more maybe extra things and underwater, right? I almost missed it, the underwater portion. We definitely have to get that too. And how cool would it be if they added space as an explorable area, right? I'm just saying, I think that would be cool. It's a cool idea, right? And also the air travel as well. Aside from Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3 featuring air travel, there isn't much information about the game, leaving up for fans to draw up their own theories of how Square Enix will wrap up this long-awaited retelling of the Final Fantasy VII story, which we're doing right now. I honestly believe air travel will make the game seamless and open, whereas right now it seems to be zoned areas, right, from what we've seen in that map. And as you enter into a new area, you unlock it and you can go back and forth as you wish. So I'm excited to see how the airship, how the high wind will actually change all of that up for us. And if you guys are excited too, don't worry, we got lots of content coming up, and I will be streaming the game as soon as it releases, and I will be uploading probably 2 to 3 hour let's play episodes. Comment below if you guys are okay with that. I just don't see myself being able to edit these down to 20 minutes, and I don't think I'd be doing it any justice if we did that. It's going to be the raw, unedited reactions, so you guys can experience the story with me and also enjoy it on your own time. Tomorrow's a busy day. We're going to be streaming the demo here on the channel. I'll be linking it below, pinned in the comments. And also, how many of you guys are going to go see Advent Children in theaters? We also have to do that as well. So be sure to like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you are new. More Final Fantasy videos, and the demo is dropping tomorrow, and you don't want to miss that. My name is BltzZ, and thanks for watching.